Hey everyone, this is Coach Diane.
And Coach Jeff from Team prsfit.
Today is day 16. It is May 24th.
That's right, my 16th day of training for my shot at qualifying for National Triathlon Long Course Championships in September.
And today was a run day.
Yes, today was a run day.
And I had Coach Jeff go out a little bit slower, a little bit easier than he normally would, just in this base building phase that we're in. What we would call it probably is an embarrassingly slow run.
Yeah,
which is my pace.
Yeah, I think
for him.
It's great in this aerobic building phase and this base building phase to go out and have a nice. I think we mentioned on Twitter earlier, and a good tip for the day is don't rush your training. And I think that's what Diane, did with me today. She said, you need to slow your training down a little bit. I know you want to go out there and run a little bit harder because that's my competitive nature. But she reined me in a little bit and said, don't rush your training. Let it happen. Let this aerobic base build so that you stay healthy through the entire 16-week training program.
Yeah, and luckily nobody passed us.
Yeah.
Because if somebody had passed us, then it wouldn't have been an easy run.
Yeah, so let us make that a tip to everyone. Don't rush your training. If you have a training plan and you have a goal, take it and put it into short increments. Look for short-term success during your training. That way you don't lose focus of that long-term goal. Focus on okay, what am I doing this week? How is this week going to be successful? How am I going to measure the success at the end of the week? How am I going to measure the success at the end of 2 weeks? And then put in another phase. That way you don't go out and run too hard, think, oh, I got to get my endurance levels here and I have to get my tempo level here. It will come. If there's a plan, you take that aerobic base, you develop those slow twitch muscles,
right?
So you support the joints and the ligaments and have the strength later on in your training to put in the tempo and the speed work, the hard rides. But in the beginning, just let it happen, let it unfold.
So my question to you is, as an endurance athlete and in your training using the paleo diet, there's two different paleo diets. There's a paleo diet for, a sedentary person, someone that just, doesn't really work out a lot. And then there's a paleo diet for athletes. So how do you make sure that you get in enough carbohydrates? Obviously you're getting in enough protein for your muscles to recover, but how do you make sure that you get enough carbohydrates to sustain you for these long, training?
That's a really good question. In the paleo, as a paleo diet for athlete, practitioner, and one of the things that it says is the 95% rule.
Right.
And, sometimes you have to throw in maybe some brown rice into your diet to give you a little bit more carbohydrate. Right now, I'm still kind of in that carb cutting phase because I want to reduce my weight a little bit to get down to my training and racing weight. But added fruits and vegetables are another way to get great sources of carbohydrates. And then again, the 95% rule. There are some things out there that it's okay to throw into your diet. One of those things being brown rice, and to boost those carbohydrate levels up. You'd be surprised the number of carbohydrates that are in fruits and vegetables. A lot of people don't understand that. There are a lot of carbohydrates. In just a half a cup of blueberries. Bananas have a lot of carbohydrates. Cantaloupe is loaded with carbohydrates. And vegetables have really good digestible carbohydrates. Today we had sweet potato fries for lunch because they have a little bit higher caloric value and a little bit more carbohydrate that we needed after our run and to fuel tomorrow's workouts. So, just be smart and think, okay, well there's a 5%, area for change and for adding things that maybe not be completely paleo, but at least you're not getting the gluten and the wheats and the things like that you really don't want to do.
Right. And one of the reasons why I brought that up is because we don't want our endurance athletes to get the paleo book and think that that's how they, all that they can eat, and then be deficient and not be able to train. Because if you're not fueling right, you're not going to be able to perform as well. And so, that's one of the really important things. So make sure that if you do go paleo, that you check out the paleo for your athletes rather than just the sedentary person.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Diane. And it should be the paleo diet for athletes if you are an athlete, because it will tell you about the 95% rule and the foods that you can use to add to increase carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are very important in your diet. They're the gas that makes the engine run when it
Right.
comes to training. But carbohydrates also fuel your brain. So they keep you a little bit, it helps you with your alertness, it helps you with your productivity on a day-to-day basis. And you just have to really make sure you're getting good, clean carbohydrates.
Absolutely. So
Got anything else today?
I don't have anything else. So anyways, that's the day 16 training.
That's right. If you want to follow my nutrition plan, you can log into dailyburn.com, click on motivators, and invite me to be a motivator. I'm Coach PRS, and then you can watch my log every day.
You can email us at prsfit@gmail.com.
Our website is www.prsfit.com. And as always, be healthy
Train smart.
and have fun.
See you later.